Well, moving on now, the electric vehicle race in the passenger car segment is definitely heating up. Mahindra and Mahindra, Maruti, Hyundai, JSW, MG Motors, as well as Tata Motors, all of them are gunning to come out with new EV models. And the Auto Expo is going to be, center of attention now over the next week. We have first Parikshit joining in with more details on what the announcements have been so far and what's expected ahead. Parikshit.
Well, the electric passenger car market is all set to heat up. The competition is going to pick up, and how in 2025. You've got the Mahindra Group firing the first salvo. They had announced prices for the starting variants of their new electric vehicles, the BE6 and the XEV9 at rupees 18.9 lakhs and rupees 21.9 lakhs. Now the company has announced prices for the top variants, which start at 26.9 lakh rupees and 30.5 lakh rupees respectively. Bookings start on the 14th of February. Deliveries will begin from early March onwards. Now, the Mahindra Group has packed in a lot of features usually found in top luxury cars. These cars have ADAS Level 2+, which can detect animals and barricades on the road. You've got Auto Park with a remote control option, 360-degree camera, driver and occupant monitoring system to check driver fatigue, 16-speaker Harman Kardon Dolby Atmos sound system, and augmented reality heads-up display. So the company's strategy is to give you a power-packed vehicle, which is a luxury offering, stacked against the likes of Mercedes, which has the EQA SUV at a starting price tag of 67 lakh rupees, the Audi Q8 e-tron at rupees 1 crore 14 lakhs, BMW iX1 electric SUV starting at rupees 67 lakhs ex-showroom. Mahindra has also tried to bring parity with top-selling internal combustion SUVs in the market. The B6 and the XEV9e are priced between 19 lakhs and 30.5 lakhs. Then you have the XUV 700 from the Mahindra stable, and that is priced between 14 lakh rupees to 26 lakhs. For Creta, it is between 11 lakhs and 20.2 lakh rupees for the top variant. The Maruti Vitara costs between 14 lakhs for the entry-level model and rupees 20 lakhs for the top variant. And 15 lakhs is the price for the entry-level Safari SUV, and the top model of the Safari costs rupees 25 lakhs. So you are seeing that there is now some level of parity with the pricing between EVs and ICE vehicles. Now, with several electric cars being launched in 2025, there is bound to be a price war. Here's how others will stack up. Hyundai is launching the electric Creta at the Auto Expo, which is expected to be priced between 20 lakhs and 30 lakhs for different variants. The driving range for the e-Creta will be over 450 kilometers in a single charge. The e-Vitara is a ground-up electric vehicle being launched by Maruti. It is also expected to be priced aggressively between 20 lakhs and 30 lakhs across variants, and it will give you a range of over 500 kilometers in a single charge. Then you've got the Sierra and Harrier EV, which will be showcased at the Auto Expo. They will be launched in FY26, and they too will be priced very aggressively, and the range will be over 500 kilometers. So you are seeing very aggressively priced vehicles and a high range being offered by all OEMs. Already in 2024, we saw a lot of competition in the e-car market. Some of the top existing players like the Curve EV, which costs between 18 lakhs and 22 lakhs. You had the Mahindra positioning itself in this segment. Then you also have the ZS EV, which costs between 19 lakhs and 25 lakhs. The eXUV from Mahindra, which costs in the range of 15.5 lakhs and 17.69 lakhs. You've got the Windsor EV, which is doing very well, and it costs between 13.4 lakhs and 15.4 lakhs. Tata Motors continues to lead the electric passenger car market with sales of over 61,496 cars in 2024 compared to 60,100 EVs in 2023. Tata Motors has hit the sweet spot in terms of pricing as it offers cars like the Altroz EV, the Tiago EV, the Nexon EV, the Punch EV, the Curve EV, all in the range of 10 lakhs and 22 lakhs. But their market share has declined in 2024 to 62% from 73% in 2023. Now, this is because of competition from companies like JSW MG Motor, Mahindra eXUV, BYD, all increasing sales and their presence even though on a low base. 2025 could definitely be a turning point in electric car adoption in the country.
Okay, all right. Got that, Parikshit. Thank you very much. That's, very, very helpful and sets the stage, sets the agenda. So let's take the conversation forward now. Hormazd Sorabjee, editor, Autocar India, as well as Jay Kale, who tracks the auto space at Elara Capital, are both joining in. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you and season's greetings. Wish you a happy new year. Hopefully it's been a great start. Hormazd, so there you go. I mean, Parikshit laid out some of that excitement, and we've seen the headlines come through already, right? With M&M announcing the bigger battery packs and the pricing, I mean, cars for going up to about 30 lakhs, so on and so forth. But I want to hear from you because there's so much anticipation about Maruti finally unveiling its, EV plans as well. What are you expecting specifically at the Auto Expo? What should we watch out for in this big EV passenger vehicle fight?
Yeah, well, I think coming to Maruti, number one player in the market, still hasn't got an EV, while others have. So clearly, I think a lot of anticipation from the EV Vitara, which they're planning to launch. I think what's important to know is that this is a global product. I think 50% of production is going to be going to Europe and back to Japan as well. This is a product that's been developed alongside with Toyota. So really, close collaboration with them on this. So I think you can expect, a product that is quite sorted. It will deliver on the parameters it's expected to. What we hear is they have faced some delays in getting it to market. It was supposed to be, I think in March, it might be now pushed to a...
Oopsie.
Uh-oh. I think we've just lost Hormazd there, so we'll... Hormazd, I think we can hear you. Let's try it again. We lost you there in between. So if you could just repeat that point.
Sorry, is this better?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just saying that the EV Vitara is a global product from Maruti Suzuki. It's a kind of collaboration with Toyota. You'll have the Toyota version coming. It's a lot of export potential for this product. In fact, 50% are for exports to Japan and Europe, and of course in India as well. So this is really a global product that's coming out from Maruti Suzuki. But I think really the one that has really swept everyone on and given a proper electric shock to the competition and the market is what Mahindra have done with their BE6 and XEV9e. Clearly, as Parikshit said, in terms of spec, in terms of design, in terms of performance, it's just hit it out of the park. So that's what one is expecting, from Mahindra, and a lot of other EVs coming. I mean, I foresee the EV market or doubling in 2025 at the least. So I think you will see a penetration jump from what is around 2% to maybe even 4% going forward in 2025.
Okay, got it, Hormazd. Thanks a lot for that. Well, Jay, let's get you into the conversation then. What are you factoring in terms of number of units that Mahindra can sell from its EV basket? The pricing is very, very attractive. The market lead, I think last year, Tata sold roughly around 64,000 units. You can correct me on that number. So how much can Mahindra sell? On a monthly basis, can they do 5,000, 6,000 units, more than that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, good morning. And, like Hormazd said, I think they've really hit the ball out of the park, Mahindra, with their BEVs. I think very attractive pricing as well as, loaded with features. I think the design element is something to be talked about. It's definitely a head turner. And I think that, in BEVs, the problem is, of course, charging infrastructure, etc., has been an issue. But until and unless you give the customer that aspiration to own that vehicle, to kind of move away from the inconveniences of charging, I think EVs are not expected to pick up. And what Mahindra has done is given that customer that aspiration to own this kind of vehicle. So I think despite the inconveniences of charging and the issues that we see with the EVs, I think we are expecting a pretty good volumes from Mahindra BEVs going forward. I think they've recently announced the top-end variant pricing as well. The bookings are expected to open up from February. We hear of a pretty good response on ground for them. So definitely, in what we are factoring into our numbers is definitely more than the 5,000-6,000 that you mentioned per month basis on a sustainable basis in the next few months. They have a eventual capacity of around 10,000, which of course will be taken up further in FY27 as well. So yes, definitely, this is the year where you could see the EV penetration, which has been lagging quite a bit in the last few months, should kind of take off with incrementally so many launches coming in. I think the new model launches were pretty crucial for the EV segment to take off from here. And I think we are seeing that inflection point currently.
Okay, so perhaps higher EV penetration as the fight heats up. Hormazd, so if I were to ask you about the top 3 automakers that you'll watch out for that will start winning this domestic EV fight, which would those companies be?
I think definitely Mahindra, has got a lot of, let's say, interest. It's, I think, as Jai was saying, that people will kind of, forget about the slight inconveniences of the charging infra, which still remains a big issue. And fundamentally, it's home charging, not so much the public charging, because home charging is really where people want to charge their vehicles. That's where the convenience is. But I think, people are going to kind of, let's say, looking at the design of something like the BE6, people are just going like, wow, and they want to have it irrespective of what the powertrain is. Pricing is also very, very good. So I think, it's looking really good for Mahindra. I would say that they're on a very, very strong wicket with their 2 products. Again, it has to hit the market. They have to make sure that they are reliable. Software glitches, which is quite common, even in Mahindra vehicles, they need to sort that out. They've got a lot of tech in there. They've got a full new Ethernet-based, electronic architecture. So it's very powerful, very sophisticated, but at the same time, it needs to be stable and sorted out. So I think that's what they'll be working on. I think Maruti Suzuki, just by their sheer size and their sheer penetration of their network, they'll pick up some good numbers with the e-Vitara. Not sure what they're going to price it, but I don't think it will be super competitively, because I think what they are banking on is their global quality standards to kind of, let's say, appeal to customers over there. Same with the Hyundai Creta. Creta itself is the best-selling SUV in its category today. It's about second or third best-selling car in the market period. So when you get an electric version of that, you will automatically have, substantial numbers. You can't rule out Tata Motors, but I think Tata Motors will be under pressure for EV market share this year. They've dropped, as we've seen, to 62%. They've got the Harrier coming out, and they've got even the Sierra. But I think, they will face some stiff competition in 2025 for sure, which is turning out to be the year of the EV.
Absolutely. Got that, Hormazd. Thanks very much. Jay, very quickly, what are your top buys in autos right now, in four-wheelers?
Yes, in four-wheelers, it's of course, you have Mahindra and Maruti are the top buys in four-wheelers, and in two-wheelers, it's TVS and Bajaj.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Got it. Thank you very much for stopping by for that quick chat on the battle of the electric SUVs, should we say, or not just SUVs, the battle of the electric cars in the Indian market.